So here we go. For me, this is week 1. It's Father's Day, and ultimately I got to get ready for the Samson competition. My diet's going to be a little bit lenient just for today, just because it's a celebration. Like I've said in other videos, you know, you don't have to be super strict in terms of life balance, and so I'm going to enjoy it today. My journey specifically, I'm just kind of made up something funny. It's going to be going from being dad on the phone to being bad to the bone. But I don't know how this is really gonna end out, and just trying to get this all done, all started. It's something that I'm kind of dreading just because I'm out of shape. I haven't been conditioning a whole lot. As a matter of fact, the first thing I wanna go through today is calories. So here for week 1, just gonna go through some of the calories I have put on all this body fat. That's kind of what's been the hardest part, is gaining this weight back, and it's something that I didn't know why I was doing it at the time. Ultimately, it's because I didn't have a goal. So if you haven't set a goal yet, that's always the starting point. What is your goal? Where do you want to be? Kind of seeing the end in mind. That's the hardest part of the starting a journey, is kind of knowing where it ends up. And that's something you can't always say get to, but you can at least set something in your mind to move towards. And in order to put on all this weight, I just want to go through some of the numbers because I'm a numbers person. But overall, I've consumed, this has been the last 6 weeks. It's, you know, I did my best in the tracking, but it's pretty much going to sound kind of funny. It's 11,718 grams of protein, 32,907 grams of carbohydrates. We got 11,690 grams of fat. On average, it was every day about 5,700 calories. Total calories for that time period is about 279,655. And my surplus was about 100, and I wasn't tracking calories out, but my overall calories, let's say difference is what we call it, is about 102,055, and that's in the plus, which would come out to, if you calculated it out, about 29 pounds of fat. And I didn't put on 29 pounds of fat. There's reasons for that, because we all process food different. But what's gonna be most important for me is that for right now and for this journey, we're taking the calculator back in. So I have to be tracking calories in order to say lose weight. My first week is gonna be really difficult because one of the first things that's gonna happen in this first week is I'm gonna try to lose body fat really fast. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I don't know that it's gonna work out, but I'm gonna try and fast for 7 days. That's right, no food, 7 days. I've never gone this long. The only reason I wanna do it is to get rid of as much body fat as I can to start training. The first thing I notice about being at this weight, about 195-ish, we'll call it, because yesterday my water intake was low, so I'm probably way more than 193.8 or something, is what I was this morning. It's one of those things that, in order to say prevent injury, I just know my knees hurt a little more like this, my back hurts a little bit more. So for some of you, one of the first steps is to just get the weight off, just get a big jump so it's better on your joints. And that's what I'm gonna be doing for this week, is to strip off hopefully about 5 pounds of fat. You don't know how the body actually processes it. I'm probably gonna lose muscle, I don't know. I've always been, let's say, one to preach that, hey, you know, fasting is not great because you're gonna break down muscle. And while that probably is true, we don't know necessarily how that works in every unique body. And for me, I have a feeling that, you know, with this much body fat, that's the whole point. It's there as survival. So with 7 days of, I'm still gonna be drinking fluids and zero calorie fluids, like, you know, my energy drinks and diet pop, just because it's something I enjoy. Because if I'm just drinking pure water, I'm not gonna last. I already know I'm gonna throw in the towel and I'm gonna, you know, want something else. It's just not who I am. So anyways, that's gonna be my week journey. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but stay tuned to see how that goes. And I'll have results next week in order to you know, push the next episode out, which this episode is Alpha, just because it's the very start. It's the beginning of the journey, and it's a starting point. So with any journey, you need a start and a finish, and that's what this is gonna be about. And today it is Father's Day. Here we are, it is right there. We are on June 18th, and so this is my start point for the Samson journey. It's where I'm gonna be taking on an absolute challenge. I signed up for the Warrior class. That's something that is the highest level. I've never tried it before. There's some obstacles in there that I know I cannot do, specifically in this conditioning, but even in my best conditioning, there's some parts that I don't know that I can complete. So not only is my goal to finish it, but ultimately I'd love to win it. I've never been one to win things, and it doesn't matter if I do or don't, but that's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna set my goal as high as I can, which is to go to the highest class and win it. Now, where I end up finishing, or if some injury happens and I don't get to compete at all, I still have a fallback, and it's actually to be one of the encouragement coaches, or what we call refs. So I'll be getting to encourage others, and to me, that's the ultimate win in this. So just getting to compete is one side of it, but ultimately just participating and being there is the real reason I'm there. So I'm gonna train hard the next 13 weeks, and that's about all I have for this episode. So before we go, I just gotta share, my physique, it's different. So that's one of the hardest parts, is when your physique changes to here. So we're gonna see where we're at in 13 weeks. I have absolutely no idea, but I know I'd like to wear this shirt. It's kind of wild, it's a little bit crazy, self-promotes, but that's kind of the whole point of this, just to maybe get some more followers, help people make life change, because that's ultimately what I'm after in this entire thing, is to help others. Yes, I'm helping myself in the process, but sometimes to help others, you gotta help yourself first. So that's where I'm at. And until the next episode, take care. Peace out.